All right, that's a Montana posse. How you guys doing? Good? Oh man, it's so great to be here. You know, you're in the right place today. This is exactly what I did. I got into real estate in 1996. Yes, real estate was the thing even back in the 90s. And I came to an event just like this, and Brian Buffini was on stage. Anybody know Brian Buffini? Any new people here? 2. All right, yeah. It's been a tough 2 years. It was like, oh, hell no, we work at Target now. We don't get into real estate. And it says, real estate's not the time to get real estate. It's hard. But I sat in that crowd, and I started learning. I started going to RE/MAX events, Keller Williams events, Intero, Berkshire Hathaway. I went to everything I could possibly go to. Craig Proctor, Howard Brinton, Star Power, the RE/MAX convention in Las Vegas. I would just come and sit in the front row, the back row, off to the side. I'd be taking notes. I'd be interrogating people at lunch, dinner, in the restaurant, in the gym, at the pool, and just trying to milk everything I could out of it. And that's my advice for you is as you get ready to hear the speakers today, take notes. One of my favorite quotes was great ideas are like slippery fish. If you don't stab them with the end of your pen, they get away. So you want to write down what you hear. I know it's a Harvard School of Business study. Anything you really want to have people respect, you say, it was a Harvard School of Business study. Don't get gritty, get pretty. That's what I thought she said. You got to be pretty. Anyways, side note. But Harvard School of Business study says that if you just simply write down, jot down, scribble as you're listening, your retention goes up 60%. It helps you focus. 60%. You coming here and being inspired is good. But you coming here and learning new information to have a new result to impact your family, your kids, your spouse, your life is a good thing. Same old information, same old predictable result. New information can yield, if you put it in massive action, new results. So I just have a few notes prepared here for you. And so number 1, write this down. I'm going to give you a few quick points and we're going to get our first speaker out here. Number 1, have fun today. Enjoy today. Meet people. Network. And if you want to go to the next level in your business, it's going to be a thing called energy. What do you mean energy? That sounds weird on the face. It's like new age, kind of, energy this. No, I mean, how many of you have ever found yourself guilty of doing an open house and you did not want to be there and your energy level was terrible? Anyone? And you're like, well, I did open house the last 6 weekends and nothing's happening. And you're driving there going, what a waste of time. You know, probably not going to meet anyone. It's going to be depressing. The only thing an open house is good for is my prayer life. Because I'm alone in a vacant home. I'm like, God, why have you forsaken me? I just want somebody to walk through that front door. And nobody comes through the front door and you start praying for your kids, praying for your husband, praying for your wife, praying. Guess what? I've been there too. I've been in open houses that were so depressing. And you know what? It's good that it's good for your prayer life. Praying's a good thing. But how hungry are you? How desperate are you for change? For money? No, to make it for your family, to pay the power bill, the car bill, to not go bankrupt, to get yourself in a financially secure position. I have actually gotten on my knees at open houses. Maybe do it before you door knock. Maybe before you call your sphere. Maybe before you whatever it is you do to get business. And I've actually laid down spread eagle in a doggone back patio with, carpet. And you know what patios are for, right? Cats. And there's cat fur everywhere. You get up and you're just covered in cat fur. You're like, oh, that was a great idea. But I've laid there and begged God to help me learn how to do real estate in the 90s. And then that next year I sold 18 homes, made some money. And then I started getting around people. When I was selling 18 homes a year, I was hanging out with people who sold 18 homes a year. Then I started hanging out with people who were selling 40, 50, 60 homes a year. And all of a sudden I started selling 48 homes a year. I made $400,000 4 years later, 1999. Remember that? We're going to party like it's, yes. And so, side note, it's New Year's Eve, 1999, and all clocks are going to stop. all computers. You got Denny Moore beef stew, about 80 of those things. You got firewood? Anybody? You got water? You better have the basics because the grocery stores are going to get raided. So this has nothing to do with today, but I must tell you now. So my best man at my wedding, I've been married 34 years, Rich, my college roommate, he was freaked out. He was everyone say the word, what was he? A prepper. And he had inherited all these guns, and his dad had passed away the year before. He now had 22 guns. Rich never held it. We're from California. You don't have guns in California. You have a 7-iron. I'll whoop you with my 7-iron. Break into my house, I will whack you in the head. You just got to get close to me. So Rich is there cleaning his barrels of his gun. The ball's dropping. It's midnight. It's 1:45 to midnight. I look at my wife. I go, baby, we're not like, we have 8 kids. We adopted 3. We're real partiers. We were in bed by 11:30. 11:45, I go, babe, I got to go. She's, where are you going? I'll tell you later. I get out of bed, get in my car, race across town. I'm at Rich's house 1 minute to midnight. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to screw with Rich. What does this have to do with real estate? You're about to see. I'm looking at his house, double doors. All the blinds are drawn. See a little light come from the family room. I know he's watching the ball drop. I jump the fence. I'm in his side yard. I'm like, what to do? Open the power box. The whole neighborhood goes 10, 9, 8. And at 1, I go, to the main. I plunge him into eternal darkness. He said he never felt fear like that before in his life. What he thought was, it actually happened. He had pulled all the blinds, but he didn't light any candles. He said, I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. I was in eternal darkness. Or the Y2K had actually happened. He didn't know it was BTG, Brent, Timmerman, Gove, not Y2K. I jump the fence. I run to his double doors. I start pounding on them like I'm King Kong. I'm screaming at the top of my lung, let us in! What does this have to do with real estate? Are you ready? Nothing. I just feel like telling you a story now. But this actually happened. I told him he can get me back in 1,000 years. I mean, kingdoms have risen and fallen. It was a good Y2K thing. But be creative. That's how it ties into real estate. Be creative. Have fun. All right. Number 2, set boundaries. Number 2, set boundaries. Some of you work in real estate 19 hours a day, 7 days a week, 22 hours a day, 28 hours a day, 7 days a week. Real estate is not destroying your life. You are destroying your life. The reason I'm married 34 years, because my wife and I go out every Wednesday night, every Saturday night. We don't do once a month. I meet couples. We're going to date night once a month. Oh, God. We go out and talk and spend time together every Wednesday night, every Saturday night. Phone's in the glove box. Phone doesn't make it to the table, because if the phone's at the table, I'm texting. I'm just right. We all guilty of our phone just calls us. But I'm fully there. I take my kids out every Tuesday night. It's $5 movie night. Well, Brent, you have money. No, I did this when we were trying to go bankrupt. I did this when we would go to Taco Bell for the 99-cent tacos. We did this when we were broke. We did it when we were rich. But set boundaries. Real estate is not destroying your life. You are destroying your life. Real estate, your business, will expand to cover every minute you give it. If you want to give it 28 hours a day, it will take 28 hours a day. You have to set boundaries. When it's time to work, be a monster. Absolutely embrace words like passion, be fanatical, be crazy, have fire, but absolutely go. Don't just show up and show property. Don't just show up and do the open house. Don't go to a listing appointment. I didn't get it, Eeyore complex. But bring energy. Play the game before you play the game. Do the listing in your mind. The greatest athletes in the world, Elon Musk saw the rocket, then built the rocket. Steve Jobs envisioned what he wanted, then he created it. Everything begins in your mind. Kobe Bryant, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, nothing but net. Wayne Gretzky, the puck's going in the back of the net. He saw it, then he did it. What do you see? I'm going to show property for half a year. They're probably going to buy new construction. I'm going to shoot, I'm going to airball. No, I might hit the net, but no, I'm going to putt this putt. It's going to go left to right. It's going to slow down. It's going to drop. I'm going to sink this thing. Nothing but Drano, Tiger Woods. Doesn't guarantee you'll get the listing or whatever, but you got to take control of your thoughts. So set boundaries for your family. Number 3, what do you want and why? What do you want out of real estate, and why do you want that? Number 4, do not bend to your emotions. You're door knocking. I don't want to door knock. I've done it for 3 weeks. It's not working. I'm doing open houses for 6 weeks. It's not working. I'm gonna quit. Listen to me. Quitters never win and winners never quit. Do not bend to your emotions. Number 5, lead with love. Do everything with love. Do your clients know you love them? Does your transaction coordinator know that you love her or him? Does your staff know you love them? Do your kids know you love them? People you meet? Like, I met Horace today at the restaurant at the Bohemian Hotel where we're staying. And we just hit it off, and I can guarantee he knew that I loved him. I just met him, but I'm going to love him. You can love strangers. You can love your friends. But if you're so busy working that your clients, well, come on, that's a mamsy. Do my clients know I love them? Fine. Don't love your clients. I'll love your clients. I'll love your clients longer than you. Quicker, better. Do you show your appreciation? Number 6, passion is infectious. The reason you're not getting results at your open houses, the reason you're not getting results, door knocking, the reason you're calling your sphere and it's not happening is because you're boring. You're boring. You're actually boring at open house. Would you please sign in if you need something? Here's off. I'm right here. Man, you better up your game. You better up your game. So how long have you been looking? Like 6 months. Wow. What are you looking for? You'd start finding out. And I said, well, I have a list of vacant homes here in Charlotte, here in Charleston. And I specialize in the vacant home list because these are your desperate sellers. They all moved. They burned the boats in the harbor. They're making payments on an empty house. They're so motivated. They're not like, well, if we don't sell, we'll try listing next year. I'm the only agent in Charlotte, in Hilton Head, that publishes the vacant home list. I know where the desperate $5 million sellers are. The reason you want to work with me over any other agent in town is because every Friday I publish the vacant home list. See, I'm not boring. And I'm going to come in 100, 200,000 under. Most agents you meet out there, you got to come in full price or better. Not me, because I have a fiduciary to you. I'm going to help you get your dream home at a great price. And I'm always the worst offer. My offers come in 100,000 under, and you got to prepare the listing. It is to why, but we're closing in 10 days. It's as is. We have a $50,000 earnest money deposit. They can stay 2 months rent free. There is no security deposit, and I win every single time. There could be 14 offers. They only come back to me. I say, don't counter anybody else, just counter me. And they do. Because if they counter me, we close in 10 days. They get paid in 10 days. I'm the agent that's going to get you paid in 10 days. Your seller's going to get their proceeds in 10 days, and they can stay for 2 months, no rent, no security deposit. And I talk to people like this at my open house with passion. Does it resonate with everyone? No, but it resonates with plenty. I've been able to make $100,000 a month, $200,000 a month, $300,000 a month, $500,000 a month, got up to $1 million a month because you have passion. And people are like, I don't know who she is. I don't know who he is, but I like him. Honey, he's 21. Say the obvious. Hey, my youth is energy. That Brent Gove guy, he's almost 60. He's so old, you know. I'll never put anybody else down. But my youth is energy. I will outwork any agent in Hilton Head. My youth is energy. Let me come to work with you. Let me show you. If you're older, hey, my age is wisdom. Them young kids, they don't know anything. Never point anyone in particular out, but just say, yeah, I might be a little older, but I'm telling you what, I'm going to do this the right way. Talk about what are your strengths. Finally, what you focus on expands. Number 7. What are you focused on? We're going to end with that. I have 3 more, but I went over. So here's the deal. What you focus on expands. You could focus on that coffee isn't the way you like it. They didn't have the right cream. They're out of sugar. They didn't have sweet and low. The hotel you're staying at, the water was cold. You couldn't get a hot shower. The towels aren't nice. The bed was a little hard. Man, listen to me. Focus on this beautiful day. How great your teenage daughter is. Well, she's not doing that well. Sometimes you look at one of your kids and you're like, is she going to make it? Is she going to make it? Like, I don't remember being like that when I was that age. Oh, yeah, you just drove drunk with your friends and lost control of the car like a bunch. I lived in the 80s. That was normal. Sorry. What you focus on expands. Focus on the future you want to have, the marriage you want to have. Guy goes, you live in Puerto Rico, these beautiful women everywhere. He's 32, good-looking guy, wife 28, school teacher, 2 kids. He says, how do you do it? How do you be married? How do you do it? I go, man, I fantasize about my wife. I dream about my wife. I don't fantasize about you're married out there, you're single, you want to stay married? Don't fantasize about the secretary. Don't dream about your husband. Dream about your wife. Fantasize about your husband. Don't fantasize about other people. It's a little marriage tip in here. Like, is this a marriage thing? Yeah, because it'll ruin your real estate business when you get divorced. Are you with me? It's very important to stay married. Are you with me? All right, thanks for having me. Let's get the next speaker up here. I don't even know what that was, but she said, warm them up. So hopefully there's a little something there. Who we got? Oh, come on.